Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bowl Central, the only place on the internet that when it snaps its finger, it doesn't kill half the people on the planet, and it entertains half the people on the planet, which isn't easy to do. Okay, fine. Maybe like something like Avengers Endgame, it entertains 80% of the planet, but 50's fine. And don't look at me like I've got a problem, okay? Because if I had a problem, you'd be the first to know about. We're gonna move on. Just got done seeing Avengers Endgame, and wow, what a movie!
And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
That's my review of Wah. It's an amazing movie. I gotta tell you, I don't know that it's possible to be disappointed with Avengers Endgame. It is glorious. If you are a Marvel fan, this is going to be like the most incredible experience of your life thus far, maybe. But it's good. I mean, all right, I'm overselling it a little bit, but it's good. It is really good. The cast returns. There's more of a focus on the original group of Avengers, which is nice. It's a smaller movie than Infinity War, which makes a lot of sense because half the people from Infinity War are dead, so we don't really need to make a movie about them per se. No spoilers. Not saying they don't show up. Not saying they do. Not seeing either way. I'm just saying. And you know, it's way more character oriented than Marvel usually gets. And Marvel, last few years of Marvel movies, I don't know if you've noticed, but the quality has been upticking substantially. And they've been getting more and more character oriented. But this thing it's about character. It's about heart and soul. And yeah, there's expensive CG fights, and there's plenty of action, but it's not quite what I was expecting. It's really heartfelt. It's really emotional, and it's much more focused than Infinity War. I think this movie's at its best when it feels like, you know, they take a lot of risks with the actual ratio of drama to comedy to action. There's a lot of comedy in it. There are a lot of like hysterical laugh out loud moments, but they're so casual. They're so interwoven into just the structure of the film that, you know, it's great. It's like, it's toss off moments. It's just these brilliant toss off moments, and it feels like a Marvel comic book. Like, you'd have to know what I'm talking about, but a Marvel comic book, a good Marvel comic book to this day, is willing to take some risks. It's willing to, you know, because it doesn't cost them anything to do that. they can write it up, they can draw it, they can publish it. But for a you know, $200-300 $1 million movie to do the same thing, it's great. There's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of really fun character interactions. There's nothing wrong here. This is the best Marvel movie ever. Like, it just couldn't be anything else. The Russo brothers have really blown my mind with this thing. I gotta love it, man. I gotta love the Marvel. You know, there are a lot of surprises for fans. The main cast, you know, Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. It's great to see things come full circle, yet with the promise of a continuance. Now, there is one interesting thing about it, and that it's a really long Marvel movie. Yeah, it's 3 hours long. Although I'm pretty sure most of that is credits. Yeah, minus end credits. It doesn't feel like a 3 hour movie, guys. It really doesn't. I mean, there are parts of it that maybe drag a little depending on your affinity for the characters and the places that we've been, because we get a whole sampling of this history that Marvel and Disney have built up together over the last 11 years. You know, but again, it's more focused than Infinity War. There's fewer aggregate characters you have to deal with in a long scoping kind of character arc kind of way. And so, I don't know, man. I just... There are some things you can knock about it. There are certain characters I wish had been included more. There are certain moments that I mean, but it's so nitpicky. It's so nitpicky. So, honestly, I gotta call it, man. Jeff Bulls Central. We've been around a year or two doing this thing that we're doing here, that we're doing right now as you're watching. This is my first 10 out of 10 movie review, but check it out. Avengers Endgame gets a 10 out of 10. You don't get a better comic book movie than this. Like, this is, like, not even The Dark Knight is better than this. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's, like, really good. It's the pinnacle of Marvel. I cannot wait to see where it goes from here. Ooh. So, that being said, enjoy your day. Look at this cat! Cat! You made me nervous. Hey everybody, check this out. Godling and other paint stories. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Tell them about the product.
It is a good product. It has marvelous art.
Short stories, actually. There's no art.
Short
Oh, it was the worst ad ever. Bam! You should buy it.
Let's talk about Pat's art.
He didn't do art for this one.
Oh, he didn't?
No.